Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Orga Dies at the End. We're continuing with Episode 2 of Choice of Dragon by Dan Fabulesh and Adam Strongmorse. You can check it out at choiceofgames.com if you ever want to play it yourself. I'm your narrator, Mandy, and your dragon is Orga, who is ridged for her pleasure. Ready, Orga?
King, Nalatin Los Varin, Mafara, Asaturu, Mafara, Asva. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, good. Don't ever do that again.
I'm gonna have to. You know I am.
No, you really don't have to. This would be a good time to talk a little more about your personality. All dragons can be described in terms of a handful of characteristics, each in opposed pairs: brutality and finesse, cunning and honor, disdain and vigilance. Are you notable for your brutality or your finesse?
Definitely brutality.
Yeah,
I'd also like to point out I'm probably a couple of handfuls.
Orga, no.
I'm talking about adjectives, Mandy. What are you thinking about?
Just no. Just no. Oh god. Okay. Do you have more cunning or honor?
Cunning.
So you disdain threats and insults that are beneath you, or are you vigilant against any slight or transgression?
Vigilant against stuff that I don't like.
Now we're going to view some flashbacks to your days as a wormling. As a young hatchling, you lived with your mother in a cave high up on a mountain. Your mother had vast hoard of treasure and varied hunting range. Some of your siblings chose to spend much of their time reading to rare codex and scrolls your mother had collected. Other siblings spend their time hunting dangerous game and brawling with each other. Which pursuit did you prefer, reading or hunting?
Hunting. Yeah, I got that there.
Oh god, no, not Brian! No more Brian!
Yep, those are my traps. That's my pickup truck. My Jeep. Yeah, that's my Jeep right there.
You developed your muscles as you gloried into combat to kill at the end of the hunt. Your brawls with your siblings also taught you the basics of honor. Brutality and honor increase. As you reached maturity, you began to threaten your mother's dominance over her territory. Before you could possibly have bested her in a direct confrontation, she threw you out of her lair and drove you from the lands in which you grew up, leaving you to fend for yourself without any resources beyond your claws, wings, and teeth. Did you seek revenge on her by turning some of the humans in her lands against her, or did you consider petty revenge beneath you? I sought revenge, or revenge is beneath my dignity.
Oh, revenge is the best. I definitely sought that shit.
I had a feeling you'd pick that. Okay. You were unable to truly threaten her, but you forced your mother to spend her time suppressing the revolts of human villages. The dead villagers also provided her with no tribute, reducing the increase of her hoard. Perhaps something more direct would be better as revenge. Still, a real gain nonetheless. Cunning and vigilance increase. After several days of flight, you came across a tiny halfling traveling through the desert. Even from afar... Oh no, it's me!
Revenge! Revenge!
Even from afar, your keen eyes detected the glint of gold and the sparkle of magic. This halfling has some sort of magic golden shield strapped to his tiny back. You knew immediately that this treasure must be yours. The halfling was far from civilization and would almost surely die soon of thirst and starvation. For a moment, he seemed to be protected by the power of the shield. Did you kill him on the spot, ignoring his magical protections, or did you hover nearby, waiting for the halfling to die, knowing that you might lose the treasure? I waited for him to die, or I killed him on the spot.
Yeah, I think it'd actually be funnier just to watch him die and be like, you're gonna die. You don't have water.
You're so mean.
I'm gonna take your shit.
So mean. Okay.
Yeah, I trolled him. I just stood there and watched him.
There's no reason you have to do all the dirty work yourself. A few hours later, the halfling stumbled, crawled for a while, and finally stopped. You easily plucked the treasure off his body, saving yourself quite a bit of work. Disdain and finesse increased. One of your elder clutchmates was an overbearing brute named Exilimus. Exilimus loved the torment of others, always seeking to seize what did not belong to him. "Orga," he said with a menacing grin, "give me that golden shield, or I will beat you within an inch of your life." I gave him the shield to avoid a fight. I dueled him for the shield, or I evaded him and hid the shield.
Dueled him for the shield.
Brutality and honor increase. You fought your hardest, but Exilimus was a bit stronger than you. He pinned you to the ground and pried the shield out of your claws. Then he crushed the shield in his jaws, wasting the magical energies imbued within it, and spit it at your feet. He laughed with a great roar as he flew away. Before we begin the adventure, your time is actually up.
Oh,
so,
wow.
We haven't even gotten to the story yet. This is just bad.
Goddamn. Backstory takes so long, you guys. Like, building a character and taking feats and all that stuff. It just takes forever.
Back to the D&D. That's it for this episode today, kids. If you ever want to check out our forums or submit a Choose Your Own Adventure for us yourself, feel free to visit fingertrapstudios.freeforums.org. Alright, tune in next week, everyone, and check us out. See you later.
Later.